On the summons, Captain Nora Vance stood on the bridge of the UES Endeavour, gazing out at the stars streaking past the viewport. The sleek vessel, pride of the United Earth Space Forces, cruised through the void at faster-than-light speeds. Nora couldn't help but feel a swell of pride at what humanity had achieved in the century since the invention of the quantum drive. Captain, we're picking up a Priority 1 transmission from Earth Command, Lieutenant Rahim Malik reported from the communications station, drawing Nora's attention. It's coded for your eyes only. Nora frowned. A Priority 1 transmission usually meant something significant. I'll take it in my ready room. Commander Sato, you have the bridge. In her private office, Nora activated the secure communications terminal. The face of Admiral Kieran Hawthorne, commander of Earth Space Forces, appeared on the screen. The usually stoic admiral looked troubled. Captain Vance, we've received a message from the Galactic Council. They've summoned representatives from Earth to appear before them at the Citadel space station. Nora's eyes widened in surprise. The Galactic Council, the enigmatic governing body of the known galaxy, rumored to be composed of ancient, highly advanced civilizations. In the decades since humanity had begun exploring the stars, they'd had little contact with the Council or its members. Did they say why, Admiral? Nora asked. Admiral Hawthorne shook his head. Only that it concerns Earth's status within the galactic community. The endeavor is to divert course to the Citadel immediately. You'll be representing humanity, along with Ambassador Ryan Connolly and a delegation from the United Earth government. Understood, sir. We'll set course right away. One more thing, Captain, the Admiral said, his tone grave. We don't know much about the Council or its intentions. Be on your guard. The future of humanity may depend on the outcome of this meeting. The transmission ended, leaving Nora alone with her thoughts. The Galactic Council, a summons, an unknown fate awaiting humanity. She took a deep breath, steeling herself for the challenges ahead. Returning to the bridge, Nora addressed her crew. We have new orders. Set course for the Citadel space station. It seems the Galactic Council has taken an interest in humanity. As the crew rushed to carry out her commands, Nora settled into her chair, her mind racing with possibilities. What did the Council want? Why summon humanity now after years of silence? She had a feeling the answers would change the course of human history. The UES Endeavour, carrying the hopes and dreams of Earth, leaped into the endless void, racing towards an uncertain destiny. In the depths of space, a reckoning awaited, one that would test the mettle of humanity and decide its place among the stars. The Judgment. The Citadel space station loomed before the UES Endeavour, a colossal structure of gleaming metal and pulsing lights. Captain Nora Vance stood on the bridge, her eyes fixed on the viewport as the human delegation's shuttle docked with the station. Ambassador Ryan Connolly, a tall, distinguished man with graying temples, stepped onto the bridge. Ready, Captain. Nora nodded, straightening her uniform, as ready as we'll ever be. Together, they boarded the shuttle, joined by a small team of diplomats and scientists. As the shuttle glided towards the Citadel's main hangar, Nora couldn't help but feel a sense of awe. The station was a marvel of engineering, dwarfing anything humanity had built. The shuttle docked and the human delegation disembarked, greeted by a pair of towering, insectoid beings clad in shimmering robes. Welcome to the Citadel, one of them said, its voice a melodic trill. The Council awaits your presence. They were escorted through a labyrinth of corridors, passing beings of every imaginable shape and size. Some regarded the humans with curiosity, others with thinly veiled disdain. Finally, they arrived at a massive chamber, its walls adorned with holographic displays of stars and planets. At the center of the room sat the Galactic Council, a semicircle of 12 beings, each more alien and imposing than the last. A tall, ethereal figure with luminous eyes addressed the humans. You stand before the Galactic Council, representatives of Earth. I am High Counselor Zalthar. Ambassador Connolly stepped forward, bowing his head respectfully. High Counselor, we are honored to be here. Earth welcomes this opportunity to engage with the galactic community. Zalthar regarded the humans impassively. The Council has deliberated on Earth's status. We have reviewed your history, your technology, and your civilization. It is the judgment of this Council that humanity be classified as a primitive species, subject to the restrictions and oversight of the Galactic Compact. Nora felt a surge of anger, primitive, after all humanity had achieved. Ambassador Connolly remained composed, though Nora could see a flicker of irritation in his eyes. With all due respect, High Counselor, humanity has made great strides. Our technology, our culture, our achievements. Surely they merit a higher classification. A hulking reptilian counselor spoke, its voice a rumbling growl. Your achievements are insignificant compared to the accomplishments of the great races. Your technology is crude, your understanding of the universe laughable. You are children stumbling in the dark. The other counselors murmured in agreement, their expressions ranging from pity to contempt. Nora clenched her fists, fighting the urge to speak out. Ambassador Connolly tried again. We only ask for a chance to prove ourselves, to contribute to the galactic community as equals. High Counselor Zalthar shook his head. The decision of the Council is final. Earth will be granted limited access to the stars under the supervision of the Council. Your species will be studied, guided, and uplifted. In time, for now, you must accept your place. The human delegation left the chamber in stunned silence. Nora's mind raced with the implications of the Council's judgment, limited access to the stars, supervision, humanity's future constrained and dictated by alien powers. As they boarded the shuttle back to the Endeavour, Ambassador Connolly turned to Nora, his expression grim. This isn't over, Captain. Earth will not accept this verdict lying down. We'll find a way to prove ourselves, to show the galaxy what humanity is truly capable of. Nora nodded, a fire burning in her heart. The Council had underestimated humanity, dismissed them as primitives, but they would soon learn the depths of human determination, ingenuity, and courage. The stars beckoned, and humanity would answer the call, no matter the obstacles in their path. The Defiance. In the months following the Galactic Council's judgment, Earth was in turmoil. The news of humanity's classification as a primitive species sparked outrage and despair across the planet. Some advocated for compliance, arguing that defying the Council would only invite retribution. Others, like Captain Nora Vance, refused to accept the verdict. Nora stood before a gathering of Earth's leaders, her voice passionate and resolute. We cannot allow the Council to dictate our future. They underestimate us, dismiss our potential. But we know the truth. Humanity is capable of great things, and we will not be constrained by their narrow vision. Among the leaders was Dr. Liam Novick, Earth's foremost expert on advanced technologies. He stepped forward, his eyes gleaming with determination. Captain Vance is right. The Council's judgment is based on their own limitations, not ours. We have the knowledge and the will to forge our own path. The decision was made. Earth would continue to advance, to push the boundaries of science and exploration, but it would do so in secret. The United Earth Space Forces launched a clandestine program, pouring resources into the development of cutting-edge technologies that would propel humanity to the stars. Deep within hidden research facilities, brilliant minds worked tirelessly to unlock the secrets of the universe. Dr. Novick and his team pioneered breakthroughs in propulsion, energy weapons, and stealth capabilities. The UES Endeavour, already a marvel of human engineering, was outfitted with these revolutionary advancements. As the months turned into years, Earth's strength grew, hidden from the prying eyes of the Galactic Council. Nora and her crew trained relentlessly, honing their skills and mastering the Endeavour's new capabilities. They knew that one day their moment would come, a chance to prove humanity's worth on the galactic stage. That moment arrived sooner than anyone expected. News reached Earth of a devastating invasion sweeping across Council space. An aggressive, expansionist empire known as the Zorgans had launched a blitzkrieg offensive, crushing the Council's defenses and conquering world after world. The Galactic Council, in desperation, called upon its member races to unite against the Zorgan threat. But many, seeing the Council's weakness and fearing for their own survival, hesitated to commit their forces. The once mighty Council found itself on the brink of collapse. On Earth, the news of the invasion sparked a fierce debate. Some argued that humanity should stay out of the conflict, that it was not their fight. But others, like Nora and Dr. Novick, saw an opportunity to prove humanity's strength and claim its rightful place in the galaxy. In a historic address, the President of the United Earth Government made the decision. Humanity will not stand idly by while the galaxy burns. We will fight alongside the Council, not as primitives but as equals. Let the Zorgans and the galaxy see the true power and potential of Earth. The UES Endeavour, along with a fleet of advanced human warships, prepared to embark on their most crucial mission yet. Nora stood on the bridge, her crew ready and determined. They knew the risks, the challenges that lay ahead. But they also knew that this was their moment, a chance to change the course of history. As the fleet set out into the stars, Earth held its breath. The eyes of the galaxy would soon be upon them, watching as humanity defied the Council's judgment and proved its worth. In the face of annihilation, the children of Earth would rise, united and unyielding, ready to fight for their place among the stars. The invasion. The Zorgan invasion swept across the galaxy like a plague, leaving shattered worlds and broken civilizations in its wake. The once proud fleets of the Galactic Council were reduced to smoldering ruins, unable to withstand the onslaught of the Zorgan war machine. On the bridge of the UES Endeavour, Captain Nora Vance watched the grim reports flowing in from the front lines. The Zorgans seemed unstoppable, their advanced weaponry and ruthless tactics overwhelming the Council's defenses at every turn. The Zorgans have taken Kalthar Prime, Lieutenant Rahim Malik reported, his voice heavy with dismay. The Council's 7th Fleet has been decimated. They're calling for reinforcements, but Nora understood the unspoken truth. The Council's forces were stretched thin, unable to mount an effective counterattack. The galaxy teetered on the brink of total Zorgan domination. Ambassador Ryan Connolly, his face lined with worry, turned to Nora. The Council is fracturing. Many of the member races are withdrawing their support, focusing on defending their own worlds. They're losing faith in the Council's ability to protect them. Nora's jaw tightened. The Council's weakness was becoming apparent, and the Zorgans were taking full advantage of it. Earth's decision to intervene had never been more crucial. In the Endeavour's command center, Dr. Liam Novik worked feverishly, analyzing data from the Zorgan attacks. Their technology is advanced but not invincible, he said, his eyes blazing with determination. We've made breakthroughs of our own. The Endeavour and our fleet are equipped with weapons and defenses the Zorgans have never seen before. Nora nodded, a glimmer of hope in her heart. Earth's secret advancements, born of necessity and defiance, could be the key to turning the tide of the war. As the Endeavour and its accompanying fleet approached the front lines, they received an urgent distress call from Altair IV, a strategic council world under siege by the Zorgans. The planet's defenses were crumbling, its people facing imminent conquest and enslavement. Nora made the decision in an instant. Set course for Altair IV, we're going in. The human fleet emerged from hyperspace above Altair IV, met by a scene of chaos and destruction. Zorgan warships swarmed the planet, raining down devastation upon its surface. The remnants of the Council's defense fleet, battered and outgunned, fought a desperate, losing battle. But the arrival of the human fleet changed everything. The Zorgans, caught off guard by the sudden appearance of unknown ships, hesitated. The Endeavour and its companions, sleek and deadly, opened fire with a barrage of advanced energy weapons and missile salvos. The Zorgan ships, their shields unable to withstand the onslaught, exploded in dazzling fireballs. The human fleet moved with precision and coordination, outmaneuvering the Zorgan formations and striking with devastating accuracy. On the planet's surface, human ground forces deployed, engaging the Zorgan invasion army in fierce combat. Armed with advanced exoskeletons and directed energy weapons, the human soldiers turned the tide, liberating city after city from Zorgan occupation. The battle raged for hours, the skies above Altair IV lit up with the fires of war. But in the end, the human fleet emerged victorious. The Zorgan invasion force, shattered and demoralized, retreated from the system, leaving behind a world that owed its freedom to Earth's intervention. News of the victory at Altair IV spread like wildfire across the galaxy. The Council, stunned by the display of human military prowess, began to see Earth in a new light. The once primitive upstarts had become a force to be reckoned with, a beacon of hope in the face of annihilation. As the Endeavour and its fleet pressed on, engaging the Zorgans on multiple fronts, the tide of the war began to turn. Earth's technology and tactics proved devastatingly effective, and the Zorgan advance faltered. But the war was far from over. The Zorgans, enraged by their setbacks, regrouped and prepared for a final, desperate assault on the heart of Council space. The fate of the galaxy hung in the balance, and humanity's greatest test was yet to come. The revelation. The Zorgan fleet massed on the outskirts of the Galactic Council's home system, a seemingly endless armada of warships poised to strike at the heart of galactic civilization. The Council, its forces battered and depleted, braced for the final onslaught. On the bridge of the UES Endeavour, Captain Nora Vance stood resolute, her eyes fixed on the tactical displays. The human fleet, once a secret project born of Earth's defiance, now stood as the galaxy's last line of defense. The Zorgans are moving, Lieutenant Rahim Malik reported, his voice tense. They're heading straight for the Citadel. Nora's grip tightened on the command console. The Citadel, the seat of the Galactic Council, was a symbol of unity and power. If it fell, the galaxy would fall with it. All ships prepare for battle, Nora commanded, her voice ringing through the fleet's comm channels. This is it, the moment we've been preparing for, the moment Earth proves its worth to the galaxy. As the human fleet moved to intercept the Zorgans, a sense of determination and purpose filled every heart. They knew the odds, the scale of the challenge before them, but they also knew that Earth's future and the future of the galaxy depended on their actions in this pivotal moment. The Zorgan fleet, a sea of menacing black ships, opened fire, their weapons tearing through space towards the human vessels. But the Endeavor and its companions were ready. Shields flared to life, absorbing the brunt of the onslaught, while human weapon systems locked onto their targets. The battle erupted in a cataclysmic display of firepower and skill. The human fleet, small but agile, danced through the Zorgan formations, striking with precision and fury. The Endeavor, its advanced technologies pushed to the limit, spearheaded the assault, carving a path through the enemy lines. On the Citadel, the Galactic Council watched in awe as the humans fought with a tenacity and brilliance they had never witnessed before. The once primitive species, dismissed and underestimated, now stood as the galaxy's champions, their ships a shining beacon of hope against the darkness. As the battle raged, the true extent of Earth's advancements became clear. The Endeavor unleashed a devastating new weapon, a focused gravitational pulse that tore Zorgan ships apart from the inside out. The human fleet, equipped with advanced stealth technologies, vanished from Zorgan sensors, only to reappear behind enemy lines, striking with devastating effect. The Zorgans, faced with an enemy they had not anticipated, began to falter. Their lines broke, their ships falling to the relentless human assault. The Endeavor, battered but unbroken, pressed the advantage, leading the charge towards the Zorgan flagship. In a final, desperate gamble, the Zorgan commander unleashed a doomsday device, a massive energy weapon designed to annihilate entire star systems. The weapon, powering up with a sickening hum, targeted the Citadel itself. But Captain Nora Vance, in a moment of supreme sacrifice, ordered the Endeavor to intercept. The ship, its shields pushed beyond their limits, plunged into the path of the doomsday beam, absorbing the full force of the blast. The Endeavor, its hull shattered and its systems failing, exploded in a blinding flash of light. But its sacrifice was not in vain. The doomsday weapon, its energy spent, fizzled and died, leaving the Citadel and the Council untouched. With the loss of their ultimate weapon and the decimation of their fleet, the Zorgans had no choice but to surrender. The human fleet, victorious but mourning the loss of their flagship and captain, emerged as the saviors of the galaxy. In the aftermath of the battle, the Galactic Council convened an emergency session. The councilors, their eyes wide with newfound respect and admiration, formally revoked Earth's classification as a primitive species. Humanity has proven itself worthy, High Counselor Zalthar declared, his voice filled with awe. Not just as equals, but as leaders and protectors of the galactic community, Earth's sacrifices and valor will never be forgotten. As the galaxy began to rebuild, Earth took its place as a shining example of what unity, determination, and the indomitable human spirit could achieve. The legacy of Captain Nora Vance and the brave crew of the UES Endeavor would endure, a testament to the heights humanity could reach when faced with the greatest of challenges. And so, the once primitive children of Earth, forged in the fires of adversity and tempered by the crucible of war, ascended to the stars, forever altering the course of galactic history. The Council had called them primitive, but in the end, it was humanity's courage, ingenuity, and unyielding spirit that lit up the stars and secured their place among the great powers of the universe.
The end.